Matt, how have you found your first few weeks as an Eagle?
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it feels like I've been here for a long time and it's only been a couple of weeks. The club's been great at welcoming me, and footy clubs are an awesome place because as soon as you rock up, you've got 40 best mates. So yeah, it's been great.
I spoke to you after the trade went through. You said you were looking forward to learning off Jamie Cripps. Your locker's now directly beside him. How excited were you to just get that number and be so close to that forward?
Yeah, well, when I got the opportunity to pick through there was a couple of vacancies, and when there was 16 and next to him it was a pretty big draw card for that number, and I'm looking forward to learning so much off him and just picking his brain. He'll probably get annoyed with me being next to him all year, but hopefully I can become half the player that he's been.
What's it been like first few weeks just settling into WA, coming over from Victoria? How have you found it? Obviously, summer hasn't really turned it on for you just yet, but how have you sort of found living in WA?
Yeah, it's funny you say that it hasn't turned it on. I've felt like it's been beautiful. So it's different training in the heat, especially. I think my first session it was about 35 degrees, so it was pretty full on. My mouth was a bit dry and whatnot. Like I said before, footy clubs are great. You sort of just get into the swing of things, and it's like you've been here for years on years.
It's a pretty different lifestyle here in Perth than it is to Melbourne. How are you finding the adjustment?
Yeah, well, I'm living just across the road at the moment, and I've been driving to the beach every day. So it's been pretty bloody good for me so far.
Matt, now that you've had some time, how do you reflect on your exit from Carlton, which from their point of view, I guess it was just business, you're a victim of the business side of things, but overall your time there?
Yeah, I love playing there. 6 years they gave me a chance after not picking up a football for 6 years basically, leading into my opportunity there. Very grateful for them showing some faith in me, and then also on the flip side, it is a business, and then coming over here and getting another opportunity to come in as a more experienced player, sort of on the flip side now. I've got to help 23 guys under 22 learn about the game, learn how to be a professional, and that's probably something that's carried me in my career, and is probably the only reason why I sit here today. So very grateful for West Coast giving me the opportunity and seeing what I can do on field and then off field as well.
When was the writing on the wall for you? When did you know that was likely going to be the outcome?
Yeah, probably how it played out last year. We sat down probably mid-year, so probably around 13. So it was pretty tough going out there and trying to perform for the team, trying to do your role in a team that was vying for the ultimate goal, I guess. So yeah, there was a bit of head noise all the way through, but as it played out, I thought I was playing some good footy, so I was always going to have an opportunity somewhere, and very thankful to end up here.
You must be pretty confident then, knowing that you won't have that same head noise this year, and you can just build on last year, which is arguably your career best season.
Yeah, it was a great year, and I thought I performed my role well and took a step up, I guess, in my consistency and level of play, and hopefully sit next to Cripper and stuff, I can pick their brains and hopefully go to another level personally, and then also help the younger boys go to another level week on week and see where that takes us.
I know it's in its infancy, but how are you finding life under Andrew McQualter compared to Michael Voss? Is there many similarities, many massive differences? How are you sort of finding that?
Yeah, they're both big relationship guys. So Vossi, when he first started, spent a lot of time getting to know how the individual works, and then after that got a bit more stern, and Minnie's definitely a personable guy, so that's off to a great start. Been talking for about a month or two, and I'm loving that relationship, and I can't wait to play for him.
He's made no secret that his game style is going to be quick. It's going to be about leg pace and that ball movement. I know that they can talk about these things when they're trying to get you over a cross, but have you seen it? Do you feel like that's going to fit in with the way you play here?
Yeah, well, I think that was actually a massive draw card for me. So watching how Richmond did it when they were at the top of their game, and sort of the smalls there and how much impact they had on the game, both on offence and defence, I think is a massive draw card for a player like me. Hopefully with Cripper and then a couple other of those young boys coming through, hopefully we can build a sort of team within a team with those small forwards and really impact games in the season, and hopefully we get to a point where we're contending for for a grand final. So hopefully we can impact the game over the journey.
Coming from a club with 2 Coleman medalists, but the 2 guys you got up forward, the senior guys, I suppose, in Oscar and Jake, still not too shabby players themselves, both capable of kicking 50+ goals. How do you build a relationship with those guys? Do you see any similarities between those guys and Charlie and Harry that you can work with?
Yeah, definitely. Those guys are great forwards and obviously at the top of their game, right in their prime, just like Harry and Charlie were. So hopefully they drop a couple for me, but that might not happen with how good they are overhead and stuff. But I think having 2 guys down there and other players as well who command such respect from the defence and stuff is great for a player like me. Hopefully I can work in and understand how they want to play, where they want me, and then I'll just be at their feet all day, I guess.
You're known for your celebrations as well.
Yeah.
Is that something you're going to thrive off here? It's very parochial in Optus Stadium.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't ever think about it. I just sort of get some white line fever and go a bit crazy over the top sometimes. But yeah, I'm sure I will. I'll say no, but yeah, I will. Yeah.
Matt, you haven't missed many games over the course of your career yet, so you've been pretty durable. Is there a sort of luck to that or a reason, or do you put it just down to your general fitness? And do you think that'll help you cement a place in the forward line where we have had some players go down a bit over the past couple of years?
Yeah, I think coming from basketball, I had to change my body completely, and I guess I was lucky enough to get in the system at the end of some guys who played a lot of footy, like Mark Murphy and Cade Simpson, and sort of watching how they go about it and how durable they were. Learning off guys like that, I think, yeah, there's no luck to it. I think how you look after your body, how you prepare, the intensity you train at, all comes out on the weekend, and then how you pull up after that, and the way you live your life. There's no secret to being durable. Sometimes you need some luck, not get hit and whatnot, but I think that's something hopefully I can bring to this club is some professionalism and show the boys how to prepare week in, week out.
You speak about 23 players under 22. That's a lot of exciting youth. Is there any player that stood out this pre-season for you where you thought, geez, I can't wait to see what they do next year?
To be honest, every session I've been in so far, there's been someone else jumping out. I just think the intensity that they're going at, that's at the basis of everything. So if you don't have the intensity, you've got no shot. So the intensity that they've come back in, and then the way that they're training is a great base to learn off. And then obviously Minnie's game plan and the craft around that is something that we're going to get better at. And over the journey, hopefully I can impact them in that. But the intensity is definitely there from all the younger boys and the older boys in that regard.
You're coming from a club though that was, like you said, bordering on premiership contention or in the mix, and now you're coming to a club that's struggled for the last few years. Have you had to adjust your expectations heading into next season in terms of how things go, or how have you gone about that?
To be honest, over the journey, it was probably, you don't really have an expectation when you're going out there. You just want to get better every single day. So hopefully I can bring that mindset, and at the moment it's only just the start of December, so there's a lot of pre-season training and a lot of grinding to go on before we get into games. So I'm just looking at trying to get better every day, and then how I can help others on that journey, and hopefully the collective can bring us up.
I saw some blokes were doing some judo, is it, or some bit of taekwondo or mixed martial arts. Are you involved in that? How's that sort of helping the team?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's funny. Football sort of opens up the world to you. So a big part of football is obviously grappling and tackling and whatnot. So I think I saw that too. Some of the boys were doing that, and I've done that previously. But yeah, I'll leave that up to them at the moment.